How's it going, guys? Monday, yay, called Orrin Hatch, Mike Lee, asked them to oppose Betsy DeVos, the Hobgoblin and Orc from Mordor extraordinaire, trying to undermine public education at every opportunity she has. Um, the crazy thing about her in this position is the ridiculous argument that's being made with Ben Carson. Though, what he lived in public housing. Surely he understands how it operates. Surely he understands the complex systems. He's smart. He was a brain surgeon. Surely he knows this. Um, that can't even be applied to Betsy. Like, she hasn't been to a public school. Her kids haven't been to a public school. I doubt any of her nephews, uh, nieces, grandchildren, if she has any. Spawn, maybe spawn would be a better word for her. Um, so yeah, it blows my mind. Hopefully that'll get her blocked. Just not necessarily my calling, but the multiple voices demanding that this terrible excuse of a human being should not be in charge of our children's education. But then good news, a local Wolfpack activist, Wolfpack, whoop whoop. So he took me to lunch. We kind of talked a little bit, and I may have somebody who wants to be part of my campaign once I get that officially launched. On Thursday, I'm going to meet with the political director for the local Democratic Party. That way, I have all my ducks in a row, have a good understanding of everything I need to do. That way, I don't basically fail before I fully get started. Um, that's freaking awesome. This dude he knows a lot about IT. His environment where he works deals with such things. I don't want to mention his name just yet because I have not officially launched anything, and I don't want to put him in a position where he can't back out in case that decides that's what he wants to do. Because while I think I have a good idea, I'm not going to demand that everyone bend to my will. I would actually hope that people would want to make my ideas better. I don't believe in right and wrong. This is the discussion that he and I talked about. I don't believe in thinking, well, I have a right idea, because if I have the right idea, then that means by definition, if you disagree with me, you have the wrong idea. And same goes vice versa. If you have the right idea and I disagree with you, that means that I then am in the wrong. I don't like that binary way of thinking. I think any sort of binary way of thinking is wrong. Oh, I just put myself in there. But um, I like the idea of good and bad. And some people say, well, Josh, isn't good ultimately the same thing as right? Well, I can see where you're going with that if you think of a divine good and a divine bad, but I don't follow a divine good or a divine bad. I follow a good that is defined as, does this mitigate misery, and human suffering, and increase the joy factor in human lives. Joy factor could be simply that it helps you have a roof over your head, helps our infrastructure with energy, so we don't breathe poisonous air. Um, as far as going to renewables from fossil fuels here in Salt Lake City, Utah, but and then bad idea would then be the opposite. It increases human misery, and decreases human joy. And so that's ultimately what I'm looking to do. Throw out, look, these are some good ideas that I have. Help me make them better. If you have a better idea, sweet. Help draw my attention to it. Let's make that idea better. Ideas can be changed. If you've ever seen the movie Dogma by Kevin Smith, I really like the point that Chris Rock makes in the movie that beliefs oftentimes can't be changed. They're near written in stone. Ideas, though, if you have a good idea, an idea can be altered, an idea can evolve, an idea can change. And I like that. I think ideas, that can be malleable to the demands of what defines human joy and human suffering at any given point. and that idea can then shape itself to encompass that, is ultimately the best way to live, and hopefully legislate. Um, and yeah, it just blows my mind that we have so many people willing to fight for the exact mechanisms that make them so miserable in their lives. But yeah, sorry, I realized that this is already getting into 5.5 minutes. Didn't mean to put something so long. Once I get rambling, I just continue rambling. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for listening. And yeah, here's to making good ideas better ideas.